Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Burnrate Baristas. I'm Sahand.
And I'm Cate.
And we're joined by...
Sahand's mom.
All right, so we've made a habit of having basically everyone who comes by the office stop by for an episode with us. So there's a lot coming out in the coming weeks and months with a lot of guests coming by. My mom was visiting us this week and was actually able to join us for the Demi and a lot of new product launch events that we were throwing this week, which was very exciting. But we thought, why not have her on for today's episode? Normally, we say whoever's sitting with us is in the hot seat, but somehow I feel like I'm going to be in the hot seat today. But as this was Kate's idea, I'm going to hand the mic over to her so she can ask a few questions.
Thank you. I told Sahand he's going to feel uncomfortable during this because I actually want to talk to you mom to mom, right? Sahand is one of your two boys. I have two little girls. They're little. They're 3 and 4, not even 3. But I remember when I first met you, we were back in our Greenpoint office, and Sahand said, I'm gonna leave you alone with her. And I said, yes, this is my time. This is my time. And I remember asking you, you have raised your two children in such an incredible way. You have one son who's the CEO and founder of what is quickly becoming a very successful company.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed. And you have another son who's a doctor. By any measure, I mean, and they're happy. No, I know. Yeah, Sahand is so uncomfortable right now. No, they're happy. They're fulfilled. They're doing hard things. They're actually creating things in the world. By any measure, you have succeeded as a mother.
Thank you. I really appreciate it because I also look up to you so much.
Thank you.
You're really amazing. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm figuring it out as I go, but I would love to hear from you. What was it like when the boys were young? What do you feel like when you look at them now? What did you do when they were children to kind of set them on this path? How did this happen?
To be honest with you, I took a day at a time. I really didn't know what's going to come up, but I was so true and sincere about my intentions. And I always appreciated to do the right thing and not to give up and not to give in any kind of persuasions by things and people and society around me. I had a very clear focus of the right and wrong, I should say, and making decisions, because sometimes a very small decision that seems to be the wrong one can also, I thought, put you in a path that you may have a tough time to make a U-turn. So a lot of times I was very conscious about what we were doing and making the most of our time and our energy was very important to me.
Yeah.
To be honest about ourselves, to be honest about whatever is around us, and to make sure we make the most of our time and our energy. Because
can you say what that means? What does that mean? Be honest
the effort.
about what's around. Like, what is that when you say that?
To really know what you want, to be self-aware, not to be just to try to understand what you're choosing is what you really want, not by being influenced.
Yes.
Because it can be a tough thing to go through, but when you choose it, you'll go through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you are under the influence, you are kind of uncertain and you can accept the defeat easily without trying to navigate through it and to just go over it, go around it, go somehow to make to the next step and not to be sorry about it.
Yeah.
Because there are always setbacks. There are always, like let's say if they are young, oh, this is not a grade I got. But you can work at it and make it work again. Oh, my violin lessons didn't go very well. But you can work at it and make it better.
Yeah.
And it was always the case. Just don't give up if something doesn't work out. And don't be shy of trying hard. To me, trying hard is not a bad thing, although I was sometimes, being criticized, maybe I was a tough mother or anything like that. But I did whatever I want. I was living that way myself. I never took a shortcut, never took never took a path that I thought was easy.
She walks the
Yeah,
walk.
yeah. I really think you have to do what you want to do, no matter how hard it is.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And plan how to do it. First, pick what you want to do, and whatever it is, just plan it, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
It may take longer, shorter, whatever, but you can navigate it. So, and don't give up. Never, ever, ever give up.
No, this makes a lot of sense hearing when I think about Sahand's path, starting his career in investment banking, which, is an incredibly prestigious and lucrative path. And I think a lot of people would think, like, why would you ever leave that security to go start a hardware company? Like, one of the most difficult paths you could possibly choose.
I was scared myself.
Yeah. What was that
really,
like for you
honestly,
when
I
Sahand
was really,
told you?
really scared myself, because I know the difficulties in starting a business, in running a business, and it's just a lot to handle. Yeah. And then when you combine design, hardware, and then it came software, and then it is international.
Yeah.
Although as an investment banker, he was working 24/7.
Yeah.
But this is a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
But when I was like, are you sure? And the way he said, this is what I want to do. Then the way he said it, there was such a conviction in his voice. Yeah. Which is something that I always say, if that internal voice this is there, you just have to go for it. And I just, prayed more than. Yeah. And luckily, with his persuasion, and with all of you guys, I mean, he has, honestly, I really appreciate the team that he has created here. Everybody is so devoted to the growth of the company and to the customers. You have a really tough job here. I am telling you, because because it is a product that people can be really fussy about it.
Yes.
Yes, that's
true.
Like, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, it is very specific, and you can probably hear a lot of so many things, and people here, express their problems more than their joys. And I am personally I don't like to sugarcoat anything. I like to see it exactly the way it is, and I want to say it exactly the way it is. Sometimes, a lot of times, I am not politically correct. Although I try to be.
We have no HR. You're good.
But I like to say it just the way it is, and that's how you get, to the right place. Yeah. So it is just a type of, also lifestyle and business. I've been in it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because every business, every type, they have their own requirements. So for me, just say it the way it is the right thing. And especially for my kids too, I like to tell them the truth. I never want to sugarcoat anything. Yeah. And they have been very sincere about whatever they were doing. And regarding that too, like for Sahand, from the very beginning, I could see his talent in business. I mean, from the time he was even like 3-4 years old, he would say things like, and I always like to see how my kids are looking at things. Yes. Because I know when you are very, very young, you already know what you pay attention to, that's where you're going. And to me, when they pay attention to something, I wanted to nurture it more than to, even if I didn't agree with it, I wanted to nurture it more than, trying to defy their interest or something like that, because that is really, life is like that. There is never a perfect right, there's never a perfect, the wrong or something. Life is really choose what you want to do and try to make the best out of it. That is a beauty. That, to me, that is a successful person. Yeah. Success is not money. Success to me is not, that is, title or anything like that. It's really knowing what you want and just putting your heart into it
Yeah.
and love what you do too. So, and like my older son, he had other interests since he was little, but for Sahand it was so obvious. I mean, he was like saying things in 3-4 years old. He had just started talking. I mean, what is
Wow.
he's really picking things that are very specific.
Yeah.
And that, so anyhow, that was about them. But so I like always to be very sincere about, supportive about what they wanted to do.
Also,
And
just for
go ahead.
just for the record, because you've referenced it a few times that you know what it's like to start a business. Just to clarify,
Yeah.
you also had your own architecture firm that you had started
Absolutely.
and ran for over a decade. So I just, yeah.
Oh, 2 decades.
Two
Two
decades.
to some decades.
So just for context as well.
I'm still not quitting, but I'm looking at it from a different point of view. But yeah, absolutely, it's a lot of responsibilities. So far, you know, so great. Actually, it is a phrase that I learned from Sahand. You know, one time I said, "So far, so good," and he turned to me and said, he was 10 years old probably at that time. And as I was talking about one of the projects and how we were having it, after I picked him up actually from school, and I said, "How was your day?" he asked me. And he was very considerate. So since he was very little, I mean, and I picked him up from school, said, "How was your day?" I said, "Well, I had a tough day, but I finally, you know, we managed to get the permit for one of our projects." And I said, "So far, so good." And he said, "Well, he looked at me and said, you should say, so far, so great." I said, "What?"
Oh man.
I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, you had a problem and you solved it." I said, "Sahand, this is really good. Can I use it and take credit for it?"
10 years old. Oh my
I said,
God.
yeah, you can use it. So now I always say, whenever, you know, instead of saying so far so good, I say so far so great. He had a lot of these little comments.
Oh, he
that I
still
will
does.
never-
He still does. He's got the Sahand quotes, the Sahand phrases.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he has a lot of them. Incredible.
So before we close out, I would love to just hear from you. You know, what has been being witnessed to this journey so far looked like, and what do you see next for Sahand, for Terra Cafe? I feel like we're at such a critical
What a
point
good
right
question.
now.
Sometimes I look at it. Sometimes I have to be careful not to say things again. First of all, I don't know it very clearly.
Yeah.
And to me, it is a path that you guys have to decide by yourselves, because everybody here has shown so much tenacity and love and attention that you all know exactly what is probably the best step and the next step and next step. But as an architect and planner and mother, or just in general, I always have not a vision, but what is the end game to a certain level, even if it is, what are we trying to do? And then to just plan it, you know, the stages, one at a time, almost like building a building. So you know what the program requirement is. Right now, to be honest with you, I really think you guys have gone far and beyond what I was thinking it's gonna be. It has really surprised me so deliciously, better than the best kind of espresso that I can have. I mean, you guys have really surpassed my expectation, and I'm telling you, that doesn't happen too often to me, because it's very hard to feel that way. But thank you, Sahand, and thank you, and thank you everybody here. You guys have all surpassed my expectation. This machine has been amazing. You know, I have had the very first one.
Yes.
And the TKO2, I have been using it, and that one is, again, right now is up to 2,000 brews.
Wow. I love it.
I tell you, the very first one was about 4,000 something. And that thing was still working. So, because it was the first one, and I was just trying everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because I kept on pushing one button, another one, just to make sure how it is working. So I really took a lot of work out of that machine. But the second one, I am an espresso drink. So I have right now about 2,000.
Wow.
And it works flawlessly.
Wow.
And again, I am very picky about a lot of things in general, but and coffee is one of the things that if somebody likes, they are they want to have the best experience with it.
Oh yeah.
And of course, you have to use a good coffee too, because coffee machine cannot do all the job for you. And then it's a good thing, you can set it up however you want it, but it works flawlessly. And this event too, I've had 2-3 cups with the demi.
Mm-hmm.
It is gorgeous.
Yes.
It is gorgeous. It is engaging. It is more than just something that brews coffee for you. It is just a beautiful product to be friends with.
Yes. Yes.
The way the writing, the light just goes across that little panel. It's absolutely delightful.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait. You just keep on building on this. And even maybe, bringing other kitchen products that can complement it.
Yeah.
All from Terra Cafe.
I love it. We'll
Really,
take over.
Because, it just whatever other products that people use in their kitchen that can just expand the joy of drinking, eating, warming up.
Absolutely.
Because quality of life to me is very important. Yeah. I will not give it up for anything. It is not about the price of the material. It is about how it looks, how it functions, and how it serves your purpose. You have to have a purpose.
Absolutely.
Without it, it's not going to work. So if I may just say from what I just said, that maybe the purpose can concentrate about whatever that comes out from your eating and drinking experience. So we just focus it that way.
Absolutely.
And have a roster
of
things to be developed.
Oh, I like it. Yeah. Sky's the limit. All right. Well,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Sahand, I'll give the mic to you for any last thoughts.
No, I'm just going to echo your sentiment. Thank you for joining us. Now you've seen the brains behind the brains. So, hope you enjoyed this episode. This was a rather unique one. Thank you, Kate, for the idea to do this. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, my God. I was pretty much scared.
Yeah, there's some trepidation at the beginning, but we got there. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.